Most business owners want to systematize their business but are going about it the wrong way. In this video, I'm going to show you why that's happening and, more important, how you can start to fix it today. You see, here's the challenge. Many small business owners that I speak to can't scale or be systematized because there's just too much chaos. I mean, can you relate to this? You're frustrated because your team can't seem to do the work the way you want it done, and so you end up doing it yourself, which only burns more of your time. Then you try delegating, but then the quality just doesn't hit the mark, and so you end up doing everything yourself because it's just faster that way. I mean, does this sound familiar? You see, it's a vicious cycle, and I get it. It feels impossible to break free. But the truth is, without a clear system, you're setting yourself and your team up for frustration and inefficiency. And that's why today I'm going to introduce you to a simple framework that will help you break free from this cycle, reduce chaos, and help you begin the process to scale your business. But before we dive in, let me introduce myself. My name is Toye Oshunbi, and I've spent years coaching and training founders, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. And my work focuses on helping leaders stay productive and focused in a distracting world. And I also help business owners like you build, grow, and scale their businesses. Now, the real issue you're most likely having is that you're trying to systematize everything without understanding the type of work you're dealing with. You need to start with the right kind of tasks, the right kind of work, and I'll show you how. You see, systematizing your business isn't just about efficiency. It's about creating a business that doesn't rely on you being involved in every little detail. When it's done right, it frees you up to focus on what you do best and allows your team to perform at their highest level. And there's a big misconception here. See, many people think systematizing means turning their business into something like a McDonald's where everything follows a rigid cookie cut process. And in many situations, that's not the case, especially if you're running a business with knowledge workers. You see, people who bring expertise, creativity, and judgment into their roles, it's a different kind of work. So to approach this, you need a framework. You need the right framework. So let me introduce you to a method based on the work from Tom Davenport. Tom created a matrix that he called the structure for knowledge intensive processes. Yes, it's kind of long, but bear with me. So this is going to help you to categorize work so you know where to focus your efforts. You see, every type of work in your business can be categorized into one of these four areas. But before that, you see on the matrix that it focuses on individual work, which means that you're going to just do the work as an individual, or it's collaborative work, right? And so in the matrix, the first area we want to focus on is what he calls the transaction model, but that's more of the routine individual work. These are simple, repeatable tasks that don't require much creativity or collaboration. We can think data entry or scheduling. And this is the first area that if you are thinking about integrating AI into your processes, this would be the best place to start. Now, the second is more collaborative work, and so he calls it the integration model, but it's about tasks where a team follows a set of processes, like preparing a weekly marketing campaign, because it involves more than one person, and so it's more collaborative work, but it's still routine-led. It's repeatable, and so you can systematize it. Then we have the expert model. And so in the expert work, this is work that depends on an individual's expertise and judgment, like crafting a marketing strategy as an example, something that needs more of a person's understanding, wisdom, and it's not something that is easily turned into a routine. And then you have the fourth part of the quadrant, which is the collaboration model. This is where you need collaborative experts. These are tasks that require multiple experts working together and often involving some complex problems. So why does this become one of the most important aspects to know before you can systematize or scale your business? Because as Edward Deming said, if you can't describe what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you are doing. Now, when systematizing your business, you don't need to tackle everything at once. You can start with the routine tasks, that quadrant 1, the first one, because that's where you're going to get your quick wins. And then you can gradually work your way towards the more complex areas. And even with that, most likely it's cheat sheets, it's guides and checklists that you're going to use, but that's for another day. So let's look at a practical example of a typical small business. And if you wanted to map out their sales process, where are we going to start? Well, the first thing is that we're going to need a few tools, and it would be good for you and your team to understand these symbols so that you can have a common language to understand the process. And then you can start with a whiteboard and post-it notes. You can use a mind mapping tool. And if you want to get more sophisticated, you can use tools like Miro or Lucid Chart. But the key is to keep it simple. And what you need to do is break down each step into clear actions, identify decision points, and create a process that everyone can follow. You see, doing this can help you turn routine collaborative work into a streamlined system. So let me just show you very quickly what this could look like in this small business. So let's say it's a sales process that we're trying to map out. And so we have the starting point, which is that we assign leads to the sales team for follow-up. And then the sales team contacts the leads via phone or email. Then there needs to be a decision. What's the decision? If they don't respond, then we add them to a nurturing email campaign. If they do respond, then we book a call, conduct the sales call. Then we come to another decision. Does the lead respond? If it's no, then we add them to a re-engagement email sequence. And if they did respond, then we send onboarding materials and a welcome email. So this then ends the whole process. By starting with processes like this, you're not just systematizing your business, you're also empowering your team to take ownership and freeing up your time to focus on growth. So if you found this helpful, I've got more tips like this coming your way. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. And if you've got a question or want to share how you're applying this to your business, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, systematizing your business doesn't happen overnight, but every step you take brings you closer to a business that runs smoothly, scales effectively, and works for you, not the other way around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.